Hey guys, welcome to the Dits on Wrestling podcast, and today is all about Power Rankings, the DOW Power Rankings. Been meaning to get this going for a couple of weeks. It was one of the big things that I wanted to get doing when this podcast dropped, and now we've got that chance. Now we're into it, and the first edition has seen a great response from you guys. This Power Rankings is ultimately shaped by the fans, and that's what I wanted it to be, because I've seen so many Power Rankings done by WWE themselves on and off over the years, and they just haven't mirrored the product that we see. So it's always been a bit conflicted when I looked at it. So that's why I wanted us to decide who performed the best for that week and to give us our top 10 power rankings, which is what we have achieved today. So just so you guys know, going forward, I will eventually put these rules on Twitter, but whilst you're here, I might as well go through them. So every Monday this episode will drop, and then as soon as the episode is out there, the Power Rankings are official for that week. We start again. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then Thursday we open up the window for your rankings to come back in again. If there's a pay-per-view, we'll also obviously count that. So in this case, we had Money in the Bank last week, so we got Money in the Bank, Raw, SmackDown, NXT for this week. And it will just be like that all the time. You give us your top 5 wrestlers of the week in WWE. Number 1, 5 points. Number 4, 4 points. And number 2, 4 points, sorry. And then so on and so forth. So nice and simple. And then I'll just tally up all the points. And then we have our top 10 power rankings. Jobs are fish. So let's get into the May 27th Power Rankings, starting with number 10. This one really isn't a surprise because he has been quite entertaining this week. The reigning 24/7 champion, R-Truth, is our number 10 this week. A lot of entertaining skits backstage with Carmella on SmackDown. Social media presence has been really fun, and a lot of you guys seem to jump on board with that as well. So many of you not hitting those 5 points, but he was getting the lower ones, and that is why he is number 10, just sliding in there. Number 9 is Drew McIntyre. He was a slow builder, didn't appear until the latter stages of the rankings window. He did well in the Money in the Bank match, no question. He was one of our favourites to win. Unfortunately, obviously, Brock ended up taking that one in the end. Made himself known on SmackDown Live this week, attacking Roman Reigns, and that has obviously stuck in many of your heads, and he is our number 9. Oh, here he is, number 8, Brock Lesnar. I was actually a little bit surprised. I thought Brock was going to get some hate this week, but no, many of you even got some 5s. He actually got some 5s this week. Maybe you guys voted for him just based off the fact that he actually showed up to WWE 2 days in a row. That could be why. But no, he won Money in the Bank on Sunday, whether we like that or not, and then appeared on Monday to do his Boombox Brock, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and it seems like many of you did as well. So he is our number 8. Number 7 is Becky Lynch. Sadly, she dropped one of her belts at Money in the Bank. Not the best showing from her, actually, to be honest, in both the matches that she had. But she recuperated on Monday, essentially won that match, the tag match, all on her own. And yeah, many of you deemed her deemed her performance good enough to reach this top 10. So there you go, she's in. Just ahead of Becky, in 6th place, Dolph Ziggler made his return on Tuesday, attacking Kofi. I mean, it was very, very effective, very, very well done. But he wasn't done there. He came back out later on in the evening, delivered what I personally think was a very, very good promo. And well, based on this ranking, you guys agreed with that as well. And he has managed to slip straight in, despite being off TV since the Rumble. He's straight back in at number 6. Number 5 really surprised me, but it's nice to see somebody down in NXT getting some love. Tyler Breeze, just ahead of Ziggler, made his return to NXT TV this week, confronting the Velveteen Dream. Massive pop for him down in Full Sail. Really good promo in the ring. Attacked the Dream once it was over. Made his intentions clear. He will challenge the Dream at the next NXT TakeOver for the North American Championship. That moment alone was big enough to land him in the top 5 this week. So that just shows how good he is. One segment, and there he is, almost at the top. Now, this is where the pack started moving away from everybody else, points-wise. Number 4, AJ Styles. He had arguably the best match of the night at Money in the Bank. And Monday, he slapped Baron Corbin in the face. So he didn't have a match on Monday, as far as I remember. But he did slap Baron Corbin in the face, which is something that many of us would like to do. So I think the combination of match of the night at Money in the Bank and slapping an idiot in the face was good enough to land him at our number 4 spot. Bayley is our number 3. She had a very, very good Money in the Bank, winning the Money in the Bank ladder match itself, and then cashing in against Charlotte later on in the show and becoming the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Good showing. And not only that, she tagged with Becky Lynch this week as well, and won on SmackDown Live. So her stock is pretty high at the moment, and she's in our top 3. Now, the top 2, there is a massive points gap between the two of them. I did suspect that these two would be the ones that would be filling the number 1 and number 2 spot. But I just thought it was going to be closer. But no, it was... I wouldn't say it was a landslide, but there's a 25-point gap between the two of them. Number 2 is the WWE champion, Kofi Kingston, getting in at number 2 there. Really good showing at Money in the Bank. Showed up on Raw the next night, still WWE champion. He beat Kevin Owens on Sunday. Won his tag match. And then Tuesday had a fun little match against Sami Zayn as well, and won. So a very, very strong week for Kofi. Good enough for 2nd place on the DOW Power Rankings, which means number 1 can really only be one other guy, and that is Seth freaking Rollins, the WWE Universal Champion. As we said with AJ, arguably match of the night on Sunday, followed it up with a good tag match on Monday with Kofi. Pretty solid week for him, but when you look at what Kofi did to what Seth did this week, I did think Kofi would maybe just edge it, but no, you guys have spoken, and Seth Rollins is our number 1 this week for the DOW Power Rankings. The first Power Rankings, Seth Rollins is the first, just like he was the first NXT champion. So he's good for firsts. And that is it. That is the table for the DOW Power Rankings. We'll just run through it. So number 10, R-Truth. Number 9, Drew McIntyre. Number 8, Brock Lesnar. Number 7, Becky Lynch. Number 6, Dolph Ziggler. Number 5, Tyler Breeze. Number 4, AJ Styles. Number 3, Bayley. Number 2, Kofi Kingston. And finally, number 1, Seth Rollins. There we go. That is the DOW Power Rankings for the 27th of May. I really enjoyed it this week, seeing all your lists come through. Nobody who gave me the top 5 predicted the top 5 in this order. And if any of you do in the future, I'd like to give you something just for getting it right. I don't know what it will be, but it'd be nice to give you like a little giveaway or something like that. So we'll look at doing that down the road. So keep an eye out for that and just keep getting these lists in, because ultimately it's nice to have a power rankings now that is just completely decided by the fans. Speaking of which, I did say I would shout out everybody who contributed this week, so it's a big list, so here we go. Anthony and Alex, Hunter P, WWE 5, Andrew Balaz, Brent, Panty 31, Joseph Cook, Bruce, Get Joe Wrestling Podcast, Dream Over Bro, Brna, King Lino, King, Battle of the Kings there, Sonia Shell, Doctor Who _ 90250, Ben Bembridge, we're loading up, Kevin Karat, Kyle the King _ 10, Pinto Beans, Alice Jones, Aussie Lucian Blogs, Keely, DKH Diehard Noob, Greg DeMarco, Pro Wrestling Weekly UK, Daniel Holland, Psycho Sam, Stephen Smith, Steve Seaman, Seaman? That's not right. Stephen Smith, Stephen Smith. God damn, that's a mouthful. Hashtag the Wrestling Dude. Anthony Lionheart, Tranquilo, Sliced Wrestling, and finally Some Sports Guy. So there you go. There are our contributors this week. Whew. That was a list. Yep. So next week, everybody who I just said then, get your power rankings in. Spread the word. Spread the love. The more people who get on board with these power rankings, the more accurate it'll be, and the more fun it'll be. I enjoy tallying up all the points and just seeing the table shift. It was a lot of fun. But no, that is it for this episode of the Power Rankings. I'll drop a tweet over on Twitter on Thursday for the new round of rankings, so stay tuned for that. But apart from that, thank you everybody who contributed. Really appreciate it, and appreciate you tuning in to this episode. Anything you want to catch with the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, as part of the SLTD podcast network, and occasionally on my YouTube channel. So catch me on those platforms. But apart from that, enjoy Raw tonight. Hopefully it's a good response to Double or Nothing, which was absolutely fantastic, by the way. But no, I will see you guys next week for the next round of DOW Power Rankings.